Okay, so the final thing that I'm going to talk about is D2 from the custodial environment assignment. So finally, I'm going to talk about the negatives and positives of the offender programs that exist within the United Kingdom. So the first benefit is that the program allows them to work on their weaknesses by putting them through these courses that can pass from alcohol abuse to emotional outbursts. It gives the prisoners the ability to get back to their normal life without needing to do it on their own. It gives them a support group and network who are in the same position as them. So the second benefit is that it allows those on the outside of prison to see that they have come to terms with what they have done, which could allow bridges to be built, especially if the crime happened within a family. An example of this was from a man named Dominic, who went to prison due to drug dealing. He had ripped his family apart when he was sentenced, and they didn't want to have anything to do with him once he was released because of the nature of his crime. Now that he's quit drugs and gone through these programs, his family has started to get in contact and come to terms with it, after his girlfriend told them that he was different now, which not only helped him with stopping drugs, but it also made him feel that he had something to go back home to, which is important. This made a massive difference to him, as he didn't reoffend. So the first negative is that it costs a lot of money, even though the reoffending rates are still increasing. The Home Office calculated that in 2014 this country spent £13 billion on these programs, even though 1 in 4 criminals still reoffend. This is a major problem, as all of its money is coming from those who are paying taxes in the UK. So these stats suggest that they don't work, then surely the money should be better spent elsewhere. So, which is kind of like the NHS or education, which benefits a lot more people. The second negative is that many of these programs are available on the outside, so they could have made themselves better before, without quitting the crime. This is a negative because the prisoners didn't see or understand that they had a problem, whether that was behavioural or mental, until they entered the custodial environment, which could mean that they go back to old habits once they're out of prison. Also, as the same programs are available on the outside, why don't they take the opportunity to do it instead of getting a criminal record? So I agree with these programs being in place, especially if it's for reading or education as a whole. But I don't feel that this much money should be spent on prisoners to stop them from reoffending. I feel like it should be a natural thing to not want to do anyway. As these stats show that still a quarter of prisoners will do it anyway, even though they had this available. I feel that these programs should be for people who have shown that they really want to tackle the problems that they have and work for it, instead of it being handed to them, because so many people on the outside would want these programs, but the spaces are full so they can't get onto it. So overall, I think these programs are a great thing within the custodial environment, but I want more checks and trials in place to make sure that those going through them are going to continue to control themselves instead of being readily available to everyone in prison. So that's it.